compared to 11% job growth in the
Yeah,
overall
there's a
US
lot of people in
economy.
tech. Yeah, of course.
Tech sector wages, which were already high, grew at roughly
Hmm.
5% per year over the same
That's why
period.
everybody's trying
It
to get
became
into
the
it,
place to
obviously.
be. While other businesses offered employees benefits like pensions and healthcare, tech firms attracted staff by offering perks like free food, offices that looked like playgrounds, nap.
Am I the only person who thinks that just doing this, just all this is done for is to encourage people to stay in the office longer so you would have less excuses to have to go home? Because, like, I feel like having a lot of this, that's the real reason for it. It's, yeah.
Pods, the ability to bring your pet to work, on site massages,
Mm-hmm.
meditation rooms, office jam sessions at
Fuck.
Spotify, and something called disco
Ooh,
yoga.
Oh boy.
Google and
11.0K.
Facebook offered employees a free laundry service,
Mm-hmm.
which is only so much of a perk when their employees mostly wear shorts and t shirts.
Yeah, exactly. Again, to keep people in the office longer. I feel like, again, none of this was done for the best interest of the employee, and all of it was done in an effort to muddy the waters between work-life balance and to keep people in the office longer.
I don't know, maybe the laundry service went to their homes and picked up their dirty laundry from their bedroom floors.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably how it worked. To seem relatable, tech workers began posting day in the life videos on social
Oh,
media,
yeah.
Level
mostly showing themselves
Here, I'm
playing
gonna have
ping
to
pong and eating.
I'm gonna have to mute this sadly. Level 14 Tuskar Warriors has been given the King's Defiance spell. Attack steal 70% to Kings. 7. Oh wow. Machine turret nerf? What? Why? Why the fuck nerf machine turret? That doesn't make any sense. Krogoth HP 3k to 2900. What was Krogoth again? Oh, Krogoth's the cyborg upgrade into Krogoth, that's right. Okay. Alright, let me open my Kick real quick because I gotta change the title. Or did I do the title on Kick? I did. I gotta change it on YouTube. Gotta full screen this. There. Let's see. How did I pop the chat out last time? There it is. Yo, what's up, Alan? Let's see. We gotta get everything organized again. Everything's... There we go. That's good to hear. I'm not doing too bad myself, honestly. I'm pretty decent. Feeling good. Okay, that's good there. Let's see. Oops. Where is this? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Alright, anyways. Leviathan chance to activate shrapnel reduced from 40% to 20% on on air levels. Why? Thanks, man. I've had it for... Oh, this is a newer headset. But I've been supportive of HyperX for quite some time. Pretty good company. My other one is fucking... It still works, but it kind of broke. I had that thing for fucking years. I had that thing for like several years. And it still works, but it just started falling apart. But, so, the company's really good. Thrall? Ooh. Fucking 300 to 350. That sucks. Did you get it from Amazon? No. Where did I get it? I might have... I'm not sure where I got it, honestly. Actually, I got it for Christmas. So I'm not sure where my dad got it. Probably the actual website itself or Amazon. I'm not too positive. So the whelp get a attack buff. That's super. Yeah, Christmas. Super small. Death Knight level 3. Change from 0 to 30. 300. Interesting. Maybe Death Knight's now something you could use. Interesting. Alright, good to hear, man. Yeah, I'm just looking at the changes for Legion 2D before I go to work. I got work in like 3 hours. Guardian? Is that those little trees that cost like 15 gold? Mana from 50 to 25, damage from 10 to 20. Oh, so those little guys are going to be pretty decent then? Death Dragons and Feeble Aura range increase from 250 to 300. Oh, that's nice. Dark Presence now lasts for 30. Okay. Interesting. 11.0 H. What was it in 11.0 H? Oh, very interesting. It's gonna be fun to play. I work at a sawmill. Oh, I do a whole different variety of things. Whatever they want me to do. Let's see. Yeah, I want to play the new version. Not really a whole lot, just seems like they changed and nerfed some things. Nerfing, like, what did they... Oh, I think I deleted the page so I can't see. Yeah, I did delete the page, right? Nah, I did. Oh well. Oh shit, we actually already got a game going. Do animation and art commissions. Nice. You're a bit tired right now? Yeah, I feel that. That's why I'm drinking my coffee. It's my second cup. Let's see.
I am prepared. For my brothers.
Job's done. Job's done. Job's done.
That's a given.
Job's done. Raid complete.
Do we just do 2?
Out with it.
Dude, look at this guy. He's super into these things.
Thy bidding.
I wonder if they're like really good now.
Enlighten.
They must be, right? Oh, I do have Tempests. I'm gonna just build 2 of these guys and then re-roll and see what we get.
Job's done. Job's done.
It has been.
Let's see, maybe we do... Wait, that would be 60, it'll only be 90. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just go with this. Put this guy... right here, I guess.
Begun.
I feel like I can CC with this, but this could be a mistake. Could be a mistake. Like, yeah. What in the... That is loud. What is this audio? Be a little bit behind on my lumber, but oh well. Mostly at nighttime when I'm working on projects, yeah. Grinding away. Oh, Well, that's not good. Should have gone for the third upgrade on the little goblin guys. I forget their name. The mortar dudes. Dude, what the fuck? These guys destroy. That buff must have really changed. Yeah, I messed up big time right here. Oh, no, it's 220, huh? Fuck. Could just do this, I guess, but... I actually don't know. So that's what I'll do. Put a little guy back there too, hopefully that'll help.
Job's done.
Dude, this shit is loud. We'll skip to the next one, I don't like that one. Sent me a friend request on Discord? Alright. Oh, there's a good roll. A little late though. Top fur, bottom arm. Done. Oh yeah, we got that easy. I mean, the engineers just absolutely destroy. As long as you have a tank to just hold it long enough, I mean, they do so well. What if they come 3-2? They probably are.
I stand ready. I stand ready.
Hopefully we got this.
I am prepared.
See, I want to get some of these, but like, if they send, like, if I could greed.
Brothers,
I could be really bad.
Job's done.
Like, I would love to get this guy too, but I could be way too greedy. Yeah, I'm getting greedy.
Job's done.
Well, he doesn't screw me.
Job's done.
that's a given.
Actually, let me put one right here. Yeah, this is super greedy, by the way, what I'm doing right now.
I stand
Absolutely stupid.
I stand ready.
Oh, they didn't even send. Just completely spaced out right there. Was super good. I'm glad I greeted this. Very, very smart to greed like that. Oh, bro, they CC'd? No way. He's 1855 and he CC'd, bro. That's crazy. We saw what they had too. So it doesn't make sense. The character looks cool on this? What do you mean? much wood do we got? We don't have a crazy amount of wood, but they're still gonna be fighting for quite a while. Yellow has a lot of wood. Yeah. We just waited out till 5. Hopefully they don't make a comeback. No, I've never played Resident Evil. Games I've played is like World of Warcraft, this game, played Rust, Tarkov, CSGO, Ark. Played some other smaller games too. DRG Survivor, Manor Lords. No Resident Evil. Heard of it though. It's probably just one of those games that's just not the kind of genre I'm into, was all. Let's see. So if they don't send, this would be kind of screwed. Let's get this guy upgraded. If they do send, I could upgrade. I should probably upgrade this guy. I'll juice in this run. It's where they nerfed the Leviathan against airwaves.
With it.
Really is weird.
I am prepared. Enlighten me. I am prepared. Out with it.
Dead by Daylight? I don't know if I played that. Dead by Daylight? I don't think so. Maybe. Top T1 bot Wolf Dino. Okay. It's an amazing game. Yeah. So realistic. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, I didn't fucking taunt or command attack. That's my fault. Yeah, I deserved a leak. Wasn't paying attention. I'll send one Ice Troll since no one else is doing it. I'll send some Blood Orcs. Oh, they have, I forget what it's called. And me leaking that much is not good. That's really not good. We got Stomp. Gotta upgrade this guy. Then we should probably upgrade. It's hard to say. I could upgrade this guy. But my tanks are so shitty right now. I just don't know if he's gonna hold off, but I should probably upgrade him. Like, I'd love to get the Polar Bear too. What would the Polar Bear run me? I couldn't get anything done with the Polar Bear. That sucks. We got the dragon. Should. Oh, I didn't juice like a fucking moron. Oh my. That's so stupid on my end. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Can't believe I didn't juice that guy. So dumb of me. Not like it mattered, my front line was so trash. I leaked a lot on 2 rounds, so I was just bound to fail. Just gotta push. At least they leaked a lot more than we did. We also have 2 more heroes than them, but they have their king upped a little bit already, and we don't. Someone king, I guess, bro. GG's. GG's. Let's see. Wait, there's a whole lot of just. Here's a K, but that's not. I don't like PH. I am not a 2K gamer, so I can't join these guys. There's a lot of games open right now. Might as well just join this one. I did not add you on. I did not add you back on Discord now. That was a weird start.
Out with it.
That was a really weird start.
That's a given. It has begun.
I just don't even like this.
Job's done.
I am prepared.
Let's see.
No one should be the wiser.
Job's done.
This guy upgraded, sell that.
For my purpose. Out with
Job's
it.
done.
Do I buy a proton? I feel like this is CCable.
I am prepared.
I don't put like a little proton for fun. You know what? I could sell this egg sack and go right here.
Prepared.
Put the proton right there. Actually, let me put him right here.
No one should be the wiser. It has begun.
Job's done.
He'll never purchase hardwood. He will try to catch waves. Okay. Mr. 1300 gamer. Gotta love it.
I bid you.
Oh, that's not where I wanted those guys to end up. That's not good.
Out with it.
Shit. I fucked up. Please taunt me, please. Oh, those taunts saved my life. Holy shit, if I did not get those taunts, would have been fucking screwed.
I am prepared.
I just... Do I stack this? Is this a bad decision to stack? I don't know.
Job's done.
I guess I want to get some smaller guys. don't know if Ghoul. I wonder. I think the feasters. I think the guys that feast are better. I think.
Job done. Job done. Job
I'm not
done.
positive though.
Upgrade complete.
Oh no.
Upgrade complete.
I thought I had way more time. That is not good. I'm gonna try and get out of this zone because I'm actually really screwed here. I didn't CC though. I thought I had way more time. Fuck. Okay, well at least I got him upgraded to it. To have feasts. It seems like I'm okay. 30. Doesn't seem terrible. I don't know. Gotta upgrade these guys.
Job done. Upgrade complete.
Oh, I made this guy Defiler. Oh man, I really screwed up then.
Upgrade complete.
I don't know what I want to build here. I'll build a little wyvern guy.
Job done.
Got him off. Let's go. This build's fucking weird. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Good thing it's easy. God, that's... I don't know. 6 is way better. Here.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
We could go for, do we go for the armored guy? I just feel like it's not worth it. I think maybe I'll just do this. Probably fine.
Job done. Job done.
Get some 2 machine turrets.
That's a good
In
one.
memory of Tyrannus. In memory of Tyrannus.
Got a lot of good rolls right here, but I have to upgrade so much stuff.
Out with it.
I feel like Bear could be really good. So it's like, do I go for a greed here?
Search complete.
Or do I try and upgrade stuff? That's a really hard question.
Done.
So then I could sell this and then upgrade these. Everything would be upgraded. I guess the proton wouldn't be, but that's fine. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just upgrade stuff, and then we'll get one of these guys. Just in case they send, I'm not gonna try and greet anything. They didn't. F. FFF. Should have greeted. $10.5? What? Actual 10.5. That's crazy. Pretty damn decent 7. We got not bad stuff right there. So let's definitely get him. And we'll do one of these guys. Get our last wisp. This guy CC'd. And went for a paladin. What in the fuck? I mean, I don't have much siege damage except these guys, which I guess is all that matters, but I don't know. If someone else CCs, I'll probably CC. I don't know, I just don't want to risk it. I'd rather just not. I'm gonna stay 10-4 too. I'm not gonna push anymore. I should have CC'd. All good though. Is it stop? Good. Alright, so we got that guy upgraded. We get this guy upgraded, I think it's good. Then we'll get this guy upgraded. That's it. Nothing else to really do except just wait and pray. I see 2 warlocks, 2 ice trolls, no wolves? Really? I'll send some wolves. I can't type that fast.
I stand ready.
Do we send way more? Damn, this is doing really good right here. No one's taunting. That's depressing. Yeah, we should be fine. Hello? What the fuck was Pink doing, bro? Okay, we lost. Or we won. Good. Pink was throwing there for a second. But we were gonna win regardless, so. I don't really want to listen to this anymore. I did not want to full screen that.
A study from the Brookings Institute found that tech sector jobs have started spreading out around the country since the pandemic. San Francisco and San Jose disappeared from the list of metro areas gaining the highest shares of digital employment. Replacing them have been metro areas like Dallas, Denver, Miami, and Salt Lake City.
Because it's fucking expensive to be in San Francisco, and apparently it's a PvP server.
How the fuck did I get into a game?
I feel like I'm watching The Walking Dead.
I just joined PRCCX.
Holy shit.
What version?
Who the fuck would want to be there?
I don't remember doing this, but hey, alright, I guess we're here.
No way. And it's expensive? You've got to pay extra to deal with zombies? What the fuck? No, that's off. That's a terrible idea.
A report on pay trends from ZipRecruiter found that 48% of 2,000 US companies surveyed lowered pay for certain roles last year, and 41% of employers said that a position has gone unfilled in the past 6 months because candidates wanted more pay than the company was able to offer.
Too bad.
According to the report, companies are not just taking advantage during a difficult job market to cut costs. In some cases, stagnant and even lowered salaries are the result of a reset for a pandemic-era surge in compensation, where companies were scrambling to fill roles during the Great
fuck, I can't get that.
This phenomenon of falling wages is being seen mostly in the United States because of how its economy rebounded from the pandemic. During the rebound, wage growth in the United States outpaced that of the UK and Europe. And now that it's resetting, the pinch is being felt most in the United States.
Of course, right? Because like another thing that's going to happen during a pandemic is that you're obviously going to try or hire a lot of people. But if you're running a company, you're also going to be thinking to yourself, how can I make it to where I don't have to hire a lot of people? How can I make it to where I can just have this happen and complete this task without having somebody that I need to pay them to do it? Like, of course that's what's going to happen. Absolutely.
Working at a hot tech firm during the boom period was getting a chunk of your compensation in the form of stock options, which a lot of high-growth tech companies like to think of as being free.
To lev all time troll me all fuck time.
Paid for when the options
get fucked, I guess.
We see this cost today in the massive stock buybacks, which have to happen at firms like Salesforce to keep their share count from rising and earnings per share from falling. Bloomberg reported in May that insiders at Magnificent Seven tech companies have been selling their shares after going 9 years without any significant sales. Senior management may be less bullish than the general public are. The Magnificent Seven
I can't upgrade, thank God.
Have risen nearly 150% since
I say no way I can't upgrade, that'd be terrible.
Partially because of investors' excitement over artificial intelligence. Jeff Bezos netted about $8.5 billion selling Amazon stock over a 2-week period in February. This was his first sale of Amazon stock since 2021. Mark Zuckerberg sold $1 billion worth of Meta stock last November.
That's smart.
Sundar Pichai of Alphabet sold more stock in the first few months of this year than in all of 2023. NVIDIA director Mark Perry sold more stock at the start of this year than in the previous 2 years combined. And Apple chairman Arthur Levinson filed in February to sell his biggest block of stock in more than 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, having senior people hedging their bets like that definitely doesn't necessarily look very good, you know? Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
This isn't just happening at the companies that are doing well.
They know something.
Tesla's chair, Robin Denholm, filed to sell about $52 million worth of stock this year, her first sale since 2022. Some of the luster has come off of big tech in recent weeks, with the Nasdaq more than 11% off its high from 2 weeks ago. The downturn followed underwhelming outlooks from the biggest tech companies, along with a bad jobs number. Intel lost more than a quarter of its value this Friday after announcing plans to slash headcount and capital spending as it suffered further setbacks in its slow-moving turnaround plans.
Well, it's because Nvidia is doing all this AI shit and people are putting a bunch of money into Nvidia because nobody knows where it's going to go or what it's going to do, but everybody just keeps putting more and more money into it.
Guess we just get another Wisp.
No, that's literally what it said in the article. Has been unsuccessful in efforts to cash in on booming demand for artificial intelligence chips. That's literally what it said.
By bidding.
Its price is below where it traded in 1997. Other semiconductor stocks like ASML and Tokyo Electron fell too.
Intel is also crashing. It will.
Microsoft's
Yeah.
AI-fueled cloud growth fell short of investor expectations earlier this week, and the stock is down about 11% over the last month, but it's still up about 10% year to date. The scale of capex by the big US tech companies, based on a belief that AI will transform the world, amounts to the biggest and fastest infrastructure rollout in history, according to the Financial Times.
Yeah, that's what everybody's trying to do. Like, 'cause you see all these companies, like you see Twitter, like every single one of these companies is trying to, they're trying to make their own AI. It's like everybody wants to put their flag on the moon first. And that's the real reason, right? That's why, like, Microsoft is, like, buying companies, like, shit like that, OpenAI. Like, it's the end game, yeah. Because, like, they think this is going to be really big, so they want to be the ones to capitalize on it. Which makes sense. Spot on, yeah.
What,
That's
rank
clearly
is
what's
green?
happening.
1300, that makes
Big tech
sense.
That's why they're
expected to
investing so
spend
hard into it.
$500 billion over the next 2 years, much of it on data centers powered by NVIDIA GPUs. From a financial perspective, we have to ask who will benefit from this spending and when will the returns on investment start rolling in.
Yeah.
Researchers from MIT argued in a recent report that the technology isn't designed to solve the complex problems that would justify the costs, which may not decline as many expect. The Economist wrote last year about how the big tech firms were no longer showing up at campus recruiting events at top US colleges like Berkeley. Students who were
Probably because they also don't need to, right? If you're trying to cut costs, why would you go to somewhere like Berkeley? Everybody knows that Google is there. Everybody knows Facebook is there. Like, yeah, there's no reason.
No one shall be wiser.
Let's do
hoping
that.
for internships at FANG companies, we're now talking to firms like Juniper Networks, an ancient company that had been founded all the way back in 1996. They report that some computer science majors have had their internships cancelled, and those with job offers have had their start dates pushed back. Apparently, students are now seeking stable employment.
Why,
rather
of all
than
the
big
things to
brands that have
fucking-
their CVs
Yeah, I wonder
since
fucking
the
why.
wave
Yeah,
of
it makes
Brexit.
sense.
Give PI to,
One
give PI to the
student told The
fucking
Economist that she had
Unup
realized
Dragon.
that she hadn't actually wanted to work in big tech before the layoff and was relieved she didn't get sucked into it. She hopes to work as a product designer at a small company where she can get solid experience rather than just chasing a bigger name. Stanford professor Jeffrey Pfeiffer wrote in the Stanford report that he's concerned that the tech layoffs could spread across other industries.
Well, of course they are. It's going to happen everywhere. Obviously. This is 100% what's going to happen everywhere. Why would they hire somebody if they could have a machine do the job?
exact.
That's the reason why. Like, that's why, like, apparently, like, web design and graphic design is getting completely gutted. It's because why do we need to pay somebody to do Photoshop if all we need to do is feed it through an AI and it creates a product that's basically the same thing? Like, why would you want to do that? Yeah, like Detroit stuff. Yeah, and this happened, right? Because, like, we used to have a lot of car manufacturing. That stopped. And now it's a totally different topic, right? It's a totally different thing. And so Yeah, this
Sure,
is
I gotta go
100%
use the
gonna happen.
bathroom.
And like, of course, this is going to happen with like every other industry as well. It's like, for example, I know that a lot of drive-thrus do this. They have AI that takes your order for you. And so, or like they have like assistants with AI. Like, I don't know if it's like 100% in a lot of cases, but a lot of them is like a bit of it. And so, yeah, thank God, right? Yeah, exactly, right? Because the AI is better than the person in a lot of cases. It's like, I feel like at Taco Bell, the way they decide who takes the orders is they have each one of them speak English for 5 minutes, and whoever does the worst job, that's the person they put on the mic. I don't understand. So fucking annoying. I have to explain shit to people like that. Oh my God.
He
But
wrote
yeah,
that layoffs
exactly.
are contagious across industries and within industries.
Mm-hmm.
So why did the big tech firms move so aggressively to cut staff?
Yeah.
Well, a big part of it was just because they had simply overhired. Are layoffs the best move in a challenging business environment, or is there something else they could have done? Well, they could have announced goals to increase margins, for example, to shore up the stock price, but then they'd be held accountable to achieving those
Yeah, of course.
goals. When they announce layoffs,
I think they're getting rid of people because they don't know who they're going to have to get rid of. I feel
I'm
like with
back.
AI and the innovations in it, probably in the last like 5 years, it's probably cut out jobs that a lot of people didn't predict or didn't expect to have
Try on
cut
6.
out or removed. And because of that, they're not going to overhire because they don't know what's going to be completely invalidated in like a year or 2 years. I think that's what's happening, right? Time to trim the fat. Exactly. Yeah.
and the clearing out of dead wood, they get to do that and then move on, having shown that they're serious about margins and costs. For management, it's an easy fix. So if, as The Economist says, big tech no longer wants you, where can you go? Well, as I mentioned earlier, the majority of tech jobs in the United States are not at the big tech firms.
Well, they're
The-
not going to go. Here's the reality is that a lot of those jobs are not going to come back. The same as like there's not going to ever be a job again to turn a bolt to put a fender on a car. Like that's not coming back. It's not going to happen again. There's a million jobs like human beings used to be calculators, right? There used to be computers. Now we don't have that because we have computers and calculators. There's just a lot of these jobs that are just not going to happen. They're not going to come back. There's not going to be like a, oh, well, eventually people are going to want it. Yeah, of course you're going to have like little, niches here and there. But for the most part, this is effectively gone. Lamppost lighters, yeah. There are people, like, think about whenever people had like horse-pulled carriages. How many different jobs there were that were associated with that? How many people needed to be blacksmiths to make horseshoes, to put the horseshoes on, to pick up the dead horses from the street, to clean up the shit from the horses? All of these things, you don't have them anymore. And if you do, they're like a fraction of what they were. Like before it was 100%, now it's 2%. So I think that's what happens a lot. That sucks. I miss seeing minimal skill jobs. I miss seeing minimal skill jobs. I think that you'll still have minimal skill jobs, but it will have to be very physically involved. Like you'll have a minimal skill job of like moving things around, right? And that's hard to kind of have a robot do right now. So yeah, like cleaning. Yeah, exactly. Like being a janitor is a minimal skill job, but I don't really see a robot being able to take that over in the next like 10 years. I could be wrong.
Research complete.
Other sectors who hire tech workers
Yeah.
may now be able to hire some top talent that previously they couldn't. Some of the recently laid off tech workers
Yeah.
might opt to start their own companies too and bring new products and ideas to the market. Most of today's tech giants grew out of the ashes of the dot-com bust. If you found this video interesting, you should watch my video on what's happening with electric vehicle sales next. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, Brilliant.org, using the link in the description. Have a great day, and see you in the next video. Bye.
This guy's really good. I've watched his videos before. He actually used to work in finance. He's not like some random bullshit guy that's like just doing YouTube stuff. I'll link you guys his channel. He's really good. Obviously, he has a lot of information. He knows a lot about this. And he's also funny. I like him a lot. Yeah, W Video. Absolutely. It's a good way of explaining. Yeah, he does. And you're going to start looking for Matrix and Second Resistance? No, this is what's going to happen. is that a lot of these companies are obviously going to get rid of these people because, like, again, you like if you made a job and you thought it was normal for you to work, actually like really put in work, like 30 hours a week, 20 hours a week and get paid $200,000 a year, unless you have some fucking like ancient knowledge that nobody else understands, everybody knew this wasn't going to last. If you thought this was going to last, you were naive. Like, there's no way it was going to happen. Actual work, yeah, 100%. So, you watch the new Space Marine 2 videos, it's too long. Those people are just a liability to the company. They are a liability. It's like, those girls that were like doing the dancing thing, like, like Millennial Core or something like that. Like, I wonder what the executives and the actual, like, chief engineers see that, and they're like, who are we going to get rid of? I don't know. Gen Z streamer in a mini. Yeah, exactly. It's not going to last for very long. What occupies the space of low-educated jobs, universal basic income? That or slavery. Slavery could be another option. Obviously, we've tried this in the past. I think that, like, we could opt for a softer version of slavery. Something where it's like, you're not really a slave, but they do own everything about you and they control where you live and everything. So, like, you're kind of a slave, but you're not. Like, I think it's more like feudalism, right? So you're going to work in service of somebody who has a means of production, and then that person will then allow you to live for different ways. We had like kind of a soft version of this, very, very soft version of this with Henry Ford, right? Where he built houses and housing divisions of people to live there. I think this was a very interesting idea, and I think obviously we'll probably see a lot more of that happening. It's serfdom. Yeah, it is. It's serfdom. And that's probably what I think is going to happen. So yeah, totally sounds like minimum wage. Yeah, but like it will be more all-encompassing than minimum wage, right? So you're going to see that happen a lot. The military still does it, yeah. And I feel like indentured servitude, serfdom, like soft slavery. We could see this making a really, really big comeback, right? Because it fell off for a while because nobody wanted to do it anymore. But when you've got a bunch of people and they're not doing anything, there's only really two things to do. You either have to kill all of them, or, well, you can pay half of them to kill the other half. I think that could work, right? We could see something like that happen. It seems like it might happen, right? With like the Israel-Palestine, there's like bombs, and maybe we have that happen, right? Civil War II. Everybody loves a good sequel. And so, yeah, I don't want to go back. Yeah, well, that's what it could be. The Hunger Games, yep, slavery is too expensive. I know, and that's why it's soft slavery, because like you don't want to own the person because then that's a lot of work, right? So then you just basically have them responsible for themselves, etc. History repeating itself? Yeah, it is. And I think that's really where things are going to go. Now, the reason why it's going to go that way is because nobody understands that the problem with average citizens is that they're so stupid that they can never see the outcome of anything outside of what they're currently looking at. So they don't understand precedent. They don't understand what type of like behavior this could promote. They don't understand how, oh, well, if we do this now, it's going to have a negative effect then. So what happens now is we see this is what's, and I'll show you an example right now. We are all celebrating all these people losing their jobs because their jobs were bullshit. They're losing bullshit jobs in tech industries, right? Oh, wow, all these DEI people losing their job. W, right? Yeah, big W, but where are they going to go? Right? So, like, we celebrate the exact same thing. The exact thing happens. And this is the best way to do it, right? Is you have people pitted against each other based off of social issues, and then they never actually look and see who's actually taking advantage of them. So, yeah, they took our jobs. Exactly. And genocide, yeah. And so what they have to do, didn't know that? Yeah, I think that's how it's happening. So you have tech workers, and this happened before, right? Tech workers that were saying, just learn to code. Remember that? The dismissive learn to code when a person loses their job to some form of automation. Oh, go learn the code. Well, now the coding is becoming automated. Now those tech jobs are becoming less relevant, and they're being paid less. Now it's learn how to weld. Now it's learn how to be a plumber. Do you think they're not going to be able to figure that out too? It will take a lot longer, I think, but it will happen. So learn how to beg. Yeah, exactly. Learn how to be an influencer and get money on social media from people that are lonely and think you're their friend in real life. You know, that's what you need to do, okay, guys? Let's be honest. That's the real solution. Not true. Lots of people in here are not programmers. Well, what I'm saying is that because class consciousness and class warfare is so popular in the United States, the elite can always rely on the poor people and the middle class people to hate. Like, the poor people hate the rich people, or sorry, middle class people more than they hate the rich people. And the middle class people want to be the rich people, and that's why they hate the poor people, because they don't want to be where that person is at. So all they have to do, and by the way, this will never change. This will never get better, because most people are so stupid they can just be taken advantage of like animals. So this is not going to ever change. So it's just going to keep getting worse, and you're just going to see people's human rights be removed. You're going to continue to see people like losing autonomy. This is just the way it is. And you can't stop it because it's fundamental to the human condition.
3 or what
That's
do you
it.
mean
They're happy
3
with it.
or?
Yeah. And they'll celebrate when it happens to somebody else. They'll cry when it happens to them, and they'll never realize the connection between the two things. They never will. I understand that you think, oh, well, they'll figure it out. No, they won't. They never will.
4.
It's sad, but there it is.
Spam
That's what I think.
archers 4.
Greed, power, temptation. Yeah, exactly. Bro, spinning facts. The problem is I'm doing all the work in the same EU for someone that's making 200K a year. Well, I don't know. Just 1 second. Do you hate humans, or are you just realistic? Both. I'll be right back.
Research complete.
On your
Can I
mark.
upgrade? Oh, let's go. I can upgrade both of these.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
Enlighten me. It has begun. Thy bidding. I am prepared.
In memory of Taranis. In memory of Taranis.
Enlighten me.
All right, back.
That's a given.
We good. Indentured servitude was always the same as slavery, so just a happier slave.
I am prepared.
Well, I don't know. I don't think it's the same thing as slavery. It's really not. But I see what you're saying. Let's see here. I'll look at the rest of this. Bozo, Google lost the monopoly lawsuit. I did see this. Yes, this is a huge positive. Massive positive. Take a look at this. Here we go.
Yesterday, big tech changed forever after Google lost the most important legal battle of its life, a fight against the US Department of Justice that started back in 2020, claiming that Google violated US antitrust law and cheated at monopoly. The government called Google a filthy monopolist who used illegal
Upgrade complete.
I am prepared
Upgrade complete.
for my brothers. It has begun.
monopolist who used illegal tactics to crush the competition and stifle
Yep.
innovation. Google's lawyers clapped back and said that was outrageous and salacious, but the judge agreed with the feds. And just like Standard Oil and the American Tobacco Company, Google is now officially required to wear the illegal monopoly dunce cap. But everyone
Damn.
cheats at monopoly. Apple, Amazon, and Meta are also fighting active antitrust cases. In today's video, we'll find out what these cases are all about, why Google lost its fight, but most importantly, what does this mean for the future of big tech, and how do I get rich off of it? It is August 6, 2024, and you're watching The Code Report. Things used to be a lot different back in the
Holy shit, man. Take me back to middle school. Yep. Bro, this one in the middle definitely 100% could have been me. I even had spiky hair like that in 7th grade. Holy fuck. That's nuts. Wow.
90s, horses were still the primary mode of transportation, hemp was legal, and Coca-Cola still had cocaine in it. But
Nice.
1890 was also the year the Sherman Act was passed, a law at the time that was targeted at big oil, big tobacco, and big railroad to prevent anti-competitive activities that made it impossible for competitors to enter the market. Google broke Section 2 of the Sherman Act, which has two provisions: the possession of monopoly power and willful acquisition or maintenance of that power that's not a consequence of a superior product. In other words, to break the law, you need to both dominate the market and do so in ways outside of building a better product. Google
That's right, because the first thing, and the reason why this happens is simple. It's like if you're running a business, the worst thing for you is competition. Like, because now you got to worry about what they're selling. You've got to make sure that you're lower than theirs. Their stuff isn't better than yours. That's stressful, so you got to shut them down. You got to either buy them out, like blow up the building, like you know, fucking get them arrested, something. Like you got to get rid of them, one way or another. True. Yep.
controls 88% of the domestic search market, and I
Wow.
think most people agree that Google has a superior product. I get way better results from it than Lycos or Excite, and its AI no longer recommends I jump off the Golden Gate Bridge when I'm feeling sad. But
I
Google
think
got
Google's results have deteriorated in the past 7 years. Google used to be the best product. It was insanely good. There was a reason why Simpsons was making videos of Google taking over the world in the early 2000s. It's because Google was amazing.
into trouble with its exclusivity deals,
Yep.
like when it requires its search engine to be the default on Android devices, its deal with the Mozilla Firefox browser, and its insane deal with Apple where it pays them 36% of search revenue to the tune of $20 billion per year.
Ooh.
Basically, the judge said these deals were anti-competitive, and now
Absolutely.
Google will not pass go and will not collect $200. Well,
That's
actually,
right.
we don't really know what the penalty is yet, and that's to be continued in a separate trial. I
Yeah, they're
highly
going to figure that shit out. No, I think this is what's happening. And overall, like, this is the same shit that I said with Twitter, right? Is like this antitrust stuff, there's a reason why we have rules for this. Because if you go back and you look at in the early 1900s or the 1890s, whenever this first started happening, look at what happened right before then. Well, there's all kinds of like fucking robber baron shit, people having all kinds of scams. Like basically all you have to do in order to understand what kind of scams they had going back then is look at how the scams work with crypto right now, and then think about how could you have done that with oil? How could you have done that with land? And then that's what we used to do. And that's why there's rules against it.
doubt it'll be like what JFK said right before he went to Dallas, to shatter Google into 1,000 pieces and scattered into the winds.
Oh.
It is possible Google could be broken up into multiple different entities, like maybe it has to divest Gmail and Android, but the tricky thing about Google is that its search business makes so much money, it's able to subsidize these free projects like Gmail and Android. If
Yeah.
Gmail were on its own, we'd probably have to pay $10 a month to use it. But if you
Right.
talk to someone like Microsoft, who was accused of being a monopoly back in 2001, things might not be so bad. A more likely outcome is that Google faces some kind of fine and then contractual restrictions on these deals.
They have to pay like $20 million.
And that could actually be a good thing for Google
Yeah.
because then Apple can't rake in cash while doing absolutely nothing of value except maintain its own monopoly. Speaking of which, Apple is also being sued by the US Department of Justice for maintaining a monopoly. And many people will defend Apple's walled garden to their death, but the
I
feds
don't
think
understand why people defend Apple. I really don't. Like, I can understand, like, the iPhone is basically an Android. Like, I've used iPhones before. It's pretty much the same thing. It's not like it's like this huge difference. What is this? It's overpriced. Yeah, it's like a status symbol.
that Apple is actually tricking you by using things like privacy as an elastic shield to justify abusive business practices,
Right.
among many other things. Apple also got into trouble with the EU and was required to open its payment service to competitors like Epic Games, and now Fortnite is finally coming
Which
back.
is a huge fucking W, by the way. This is a massive W. Because, like, I don't think people really seem to realize what happens when 5 companies control the internet. This is extremely fucking dangerous. Because keep in mind, all of these companies don't have any allegiance to whatever country you live in. They don't care about your country. If the company could have every single person in your country killed and the company would make more money, guess what would happen? That's it. They don't give a fuck about you.
Back to the App Store, but Meta is also facing a lawsuit for monopolizing the social media space with anti-competitive acquisitions like Instagram and
Absolutely.
WhatsApp. Then Amazon is also fighting its own monopoly battle, where it's accused of taking advantage of its sellers with anti-discounting measures and contracts that favor its own products. Now, if any of this comes as a shock to you,
And you see this happen all the time, like with Amazon, when you search for something and the top 3 results are like, this is not the most popular thing, this is something that's an advertisement, or it's the Amazon product instead, it is exhausting, bro. Reason Big Pharma doesn't want to cure you? Yeah.
it's time to wake up. You don't become a trillion-dollar tech company by not being evil.
That's right.
It's a brutal, cutthroat game.
They got rid of this, by the way. They used to have a logo that said, don't be evil. I think they got rid of it, what was it, in like 2015 or 16? That's smart.
Brutal, cutthroat game. As a tech company, you either go bankrupt as a hero or live long enough to become an illegal monopoly. This has been the Code Report. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Yep, there it is, right when they turned evil, exactly as maximizing profit evil. Well, yeah, it could be. Of course. Yeah, absolutely it could be. Everybody knows that. Now, is it always evil? No, it's not always evil. That's not the point. Yeah, be evil for more profit. Yeah. At the expense of humanity, yes. Well, I don't know. They thought they should just be nice. Are they real humans? No, not anymore. All public companies put profit over everything else. They do. And so this is a very good thing. I'm glad that YouTube... Now, I ask myself, is it a good thing that Google owns YouTube? Probably not.
Damn.
I don't think so. Yes, they bought it. Oh, God. Oh, God. Can you just stop? Can you just stop? Can you just please just stop? Holy fuck. We have to talk this through all the way time. Just fucking stop it. Yeah, what is this? Google can't exist without, YouTube can't exist without Google? I think, no, now it can. I know what you're talking about, though. Apparently, is YouTube able to finance itself when it's an independent company? So, I don't really like the argumentation that people use that because the business can't survive on its own, it has to rely on something that's unethical in order to exist. I feel like if you applied this in many other circumstances, people would immediately see the problem. But for whatever reason, with Google and YouTube or other companies, like, for example, like live service games, this is somehow okay. No, it's not. It's not okay at all. What is unethical? I would say doing something in a way, like, I don't know, it's very, very broad definition. I don't want to lose my playlist. Yeah, I get it. It is bad, but like you said, people don't change, so to a certain extent, companies don't either, meaning Google bought it for their monopoly. They did, and that's why Amazon bought Twitch. Amazon bought Twitch because Twitch provides them a monopoly. By the way, this video is fucking amazing. This is literally a 3-minute video. Oh my god. I'll link it to you guys. That's definitely good. Anti-consumerism equals unethically? I mean, there's a trend there, absolutely, yeah. Not knowing how to export the playlist? Yeah, sure. YouTube is now a search engine and only uses ads from Google. That's why it's a monopoly. Well, what you're talking about is vertical integration. Vertical integration is the reason why. So you can look at two different use cases of vertical integration being a pipeline to massive success, right? Number one is JD Rockefeller. Number two is Apple. Like vertical integration is whenever you control every step of the product process. You control the distribution, you control the manufacturing, you control the retailing, you control everything. Obviously, Microsoft is another decent example of this. Let me think of a couple more good examples. Xbox is trying to do, well, Xbox is Microsoft, But like, yeah, there's Xbox. Let's see. I think that Roblox is trying to create an anachronism of what do you call it? Of this inside of like a metaverse. I think they're trying to do this, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen. Nvidia, Domino's, yeah, anything, yeah, a lot of things are like that. Amazon base, yeah, Amazon is trying to do it to an extent, etc. Right? So yeah, this is what's happening a lot, and vertical integration is when companies really make a lot of money. Like this is a huge thing. Like companies make an insane amount of money as soon as you control the entire business process, and that's why Apple is so profitable. That's why it's so big. So hopefully you guys can see the example of how Google AdSense, Google search engine, and YouTube all function as vertical integration. And so like if you see the big picture there, I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, eat food soon.
Yeah, for sure. But no, I'm
I've just
glad
been
that
snacking on a
Google
bunch
lost
of
this
freaking
lawsuit.
sweet
And
stuff.
I think it's Apple more upset than Google about that lawsuit. Yeah, I wonder why. It's a huge problem. You lose anything, the lawsuit isn't properly started. They immediately appealed. The whole thing will likely drag on for years. Yeah, of course it will. But I do think these big tech companies probably should get split up or spread apart. Absolutely. For those using Firebox, other software programs, this could mean the end of those, though. Also, by the way, this is another one. Let me see if I can find a new one here. This is a very, very new thing. I want to see if I can find maybe past month or so. Adblock extension refuses to be removed. Let's see if I can find it here.
Job's done.
Ah, fuck. I'm not sure where exactly it is. But anyway, this is what Google is going to do. Google is trying to establish a monopoly with browsers. And when it does that, it's going to remove all of the ad block extensions from the browser.
No one shall be the wiser.
That's what they're going to do.
I shall be your eyes.
Or they're going
This
to make it a lot harder
should
to do it.
CC.
So I think anybody could have
Should.
predicted this to happen. And that's why it's important to make sure that there's not a monopoly. Because like now that we have Brave, you have Opera GX, you have Firefox, now you have alternatives to go to. But if Google bought all those alternatives, or hey, guys, this is what's even worse. What if all of those browsers decided to, at the same time, make ad block against the rules and make it not congruent with their browsers?
That would suck.
Thy bidding.
Already sucks having to watch ads on YouTube again.
That's bad. That's really bad. And so this is the thing, guys. You got to understand that like these corporate companies acting in unison like this is extremely dangerous for a consumer. And
This guy's
it is a
2400,
huge problem.
1900,
That would be
17.
collusion? No, it wouldn't be.
Oh,
it would
bro,
not
we
need to be
lose.
open collusion. Because every browser could
Possibly.
do this in its own best interest. And that's why we have antitrust laws. That is the exact reason. And you're seeing this with what's happening with Twitter. You're seeing this with Google. And hopefully the example that I used with AdBlock is another example that people can see the problem of it in, right? That's it. Mergers and acquisitions, yeah, there it is, self-interest, exactly. And against EU law and EU Sweden law, well, they could just have it for a different browser in different places. Brave and Opera use the same browser engine that Chrome does. It's called Chromium. Well, I'm just saying that if all of these companies, like, again, we can get into the weeds about the analogy, but I think that if you just look at it at face value, this does seem to be a very big problem. And that's what I'm saying. I'm a cybersecurity guy. They can block their ads at a DNS level. See, like, this is the thing, is that I think that there's always going to be a way for you as a cybersecurity guy to be able to get around it. Because you're a smart dude. Like, you know, like, you're super tech savvy. You know what you're doing. You're going to be able to get around it. It's not for you. You are the 0.1%. It's for everybody else.
It has begun.
Yeah, it's for everybody else. Yeah, if you are super invested into not seeing ads, I think that you'll probably never have to really see ads. But that's very few people. Video game actors are on strike over AI. What?
Video game
actors are officially on strike over AI. Actors have once again picked up their picket signs, but this time members of the Screen Actors Guild are striking against the video game industry. Oh, wow. Taking about the biggest video game projects, negotiations broke down due to disagreements over worker protections around AI. What a fucking surprise. Wow. So Actors Union SAG-AFTRA negotiates the terms of the Interactive Media Agreement while bargaining with the Committee of Video Game Publishers, including Activision, Take-Two, Insomniac, WB, which represent a total of 30 signatory companies. SAG-AFTRA's provisions on AI govern both voice and movement performers. Let's see here, and the use of generative AI to create performances without any initial input. Man. However, according to them, the bargaining companies disagreed about which type of performer should be eligible for AI protections. Well, what's a video game actor? Somebody who's like moving around or speaking, or something like that. Yeah, that like you know, like for example, like that Deborah lady, the bald like black lady that's in like a million games. Like, she's a video game actor, right? Like, it's people like that. Or the guy that played, like, Cal Kestis. Or, you know, fuck, like the Starfield. Yeah, exactly. Motion capture guy. Yeah, VAs, etc. Gollum. Yeah. Their protection would carve out anything that doesn't look like and sound identical to me. Protection would leave movement specialists, including stunts, entirely out to the cold to be replaced by soulless synthetic performers trained on our actual performance. Yeah, this is going to happen. So, like, the companies, this is what's going to happen. Is that the companies will reason with the with these unions and everything for a while, but eventually the companies won't have to anymore, and that's when
Hopefully
you're really going to see
here.
like AI pop off. I'm not going to lie, I don't really give two shits about the voice actors. Yeah, and I don't think a lot of people do. The problem is that, and this is also like a really big issue, is that a lot of the actors and the people in the entertainment industry, I think that COVID definitely increased a lot of the hostilities and animosity towards people in entertainment. And so, like, the reason why is that I think COVID magnified a lot of class consciousness, which made it to where, like, if you were poor and you saw some rich person, like, you're barely able to fucking live. You have to go to your job where you're risking your life because you could get COVID, right? And, like, again, oh, COVID isn't that bad. In their mind, this is what they're thinking, not what you're thinking. In their mind, you're risking your life going to work and doing this every single day.
Thank you for
dealing
not
with
taunting. That's helpful.
And now you have like some actor who's like singing with a spatula and crying because she can't go out and be adored by thousands of fans. What the fuck is this? So then you hear that these people
They're
are
gonna
crying
send
about
to-
AI and they want you
Yeah,
to
we're
feel sorry
fucked.
for them. I'm sorry, but I don't think a lot of people are. That's the reality. Then you can you multiply that against all of the content creators and all of the influencers, and you have, like, for example, voice actors like the Genshin Impact. Oh, let's speak out against the color, the color of different characters in Genshin Impact, or how bad Hogwarts Legacy is. And like a lot of these people in entertainment have done a very good job alienating a massive amount of their audience, where the audience still cares about the entertainment aspect of it, but they don't actually care about the people. So whenever they see the people that are being fucked over, you know what they say? Good. That's what they say. They don't care. And in fact, I think for a lot of them, they're glad it's happening. Because from their perspective, they see these people that are in this massive ivory tower. They have this amazing life. They can do everything they want. And again, listen, streaming, being a voice actor, everything has its own unique problems. But the truth is that you're not going to convince somebody who works a 9 to 5 that is physical labor that streaming in front of a computer is easier than their job. Even if you think it is, they're never going to acknowledge that, same as acting or anything else. It's never going to happen, especially with the amount of money that they're getting. And it's not even about whether it's true or not. That's not even the point. It has nothing to do with whether it's true. It has to do with how people look at it. And so I don't think anybody really gives a shit about this. And I think that the entertainment industry has done a great job alienating the...
Damn.
They've done a great job alienating the sympathy of their audience.
Really wish I would have
And I
gone
think
for the
this is
warden.
true with streaming as
Sucks.
well.
Sucks a lot.
You guys see what I'm saying here? They don't need to convince us. They need to strike and make the companies concede some ground. let me explain why I don't think that's true. Because if the companies replace them with AI and the audience accepts it, then they have no bargaining power.
Chariots, bro,
Naturally,
for
right?
fuck's sake.
Because if you can just be replaced with AI and the audience says, oh, it's fine, then what's the issue? So I'll give you a parallel to that of something that's also happening, which is the localization of anime. So a lot of anime shows are being localized primarily through AI now. And the reason why that's happening is because the company doesn't want to have to pay a localizer. But here's the problem, is that a handful of very outspoken and loud localizers were talking about how they were mistranslating things on purpose to make those things fit their political agendas. And this is, again, a super minor percentage of the people that are doing it, but because of
this is
how
frustrating
ridiculous
as
it was,
fuck.
and the fact that the companies didn't stop them from doing it, everybody hates localizers now. So when you see a post that comes out about, wow, this is being localized and it's being done by AI and people are losing their jobs, all of the comments are saying, rip bozo. Good job. Thank God. Now you're gone. Fuck you. And that's what happens. Because the entertainment product being accepted by the audience is fundamental to the bargaining power of the people that are making the entertainment product. Because if they can't bargain with a product that can compete with it, then they have to come to the table. But if they know that they can use a product that people will still buy, then there's no reason for them to capitulate to a union. That's the reason why it happens. You're right, the consumer accepts it, and that's pretty much it. Exactly. That's why they're striking now. They want to place protections for themselves against AI before that even has a chance to occur. And the question is it too late?
Research complete.
In my opinion,
That's a given.
I think it probably is. I do. I think it is for the majority. I think that they will only get like 50 to 20% of what they should get, I guess you could say, or what they would have gotten if they had done it earlier. Entropy is kicking in. Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I hate localization. If I'm watching something foreign, I want it to be exotic. Yeah, right. And I mean, like, you can always use examples of like Prey Return to the Waking Sands of like Final Fantasy XIV. This is clearly, you know, like not the way that people speak in English. But, you know, the nuances of the language is what makes it special. But what I'm saying is that with the AI, if people accept AI as a market replacement for voice actors no longer exist. It's that simple. And when I say they no longer exist, I think I'm probably exaggerating. 95% of them will no longer exist. That's it. It's the same with anything else. The strike goes against actors' interests too. The disservice hitting the companies will push them more towards the use of AI. AI cannot strike against its owner yet. Ooh, there you go. What if during other advanced people got that way? Assembly line all caused people to lose their jobs and it made it better for everyone? Exactly. Because, and the reason why is that, and you have to keep in mind, like my dad taught me about this. My dad told me about how this was, is that back in the early days with cars, that like these people that were working on these cars were in these unions and they were making these insane amounts of money. And there was a tremendous amount of, again, class awareness, class consciousness, and effectively proxy class warfare with people not being, having any solidarity with the union workers that are losing their jobs. So union workers lose their jobs. They're getting paid effectively $50, $75 an hour to turn bolts or, you know, turn nuts on a fucking machine all day. And that goes away. And everybody says, good, that's what you get.
It has begun.
That's what happens.
It has begun.
Job's done.
Yeah, I think the one of the differences today, yeah, so it's already happened in other cases too. Do you ever see a game where it's being sold for a company for cheap and then being played and entirely ran by a company with AI? I don't know.
Upgrade.
AI is the common man's coding calculator? Maybe. We'll see what happens. Do you think AI is harmful to corporations more than anyone else? No, actually, I think that AI is beneficial to corporations more than anyone else. It's beneficial to corporations and it's beneficial to individuals. But what it's not beneficial to are small businesses and individual people trying to sell specific services. Because AI can remove that. Like, for example, you don't need somebody to do, like, let's say you want a picture of a furry, like a furry porn, right? you can have AI do that. You don't have to message an artist on Twitter anymore. You don't have to do that, right? And so now that furry artist is out of a job. Give me a minute. Hello? Hey. Okay, all right, let me put you on speaker then. Go ahead. Was I wrong? What's the detail?
People, they do up in, like Michigan, Detroit, you know, where they make cars.
Yeah.
And they were getting, as you said, huge salaries. Look at the video when this all was going on, messing with the unions and the...
What year was it?
started with the oil crisis, and it kind of, that's when the Japanese cars started really selling big.
Yeah.
I mean, it was here in the early 50s, but it didn't really catch on until after the oil crisis.
Yeah, yeah.
And, well, up in Detroit and all, these guys, they seem like they're totally blindsided by it. They're still producing cars that get 14 miles to the gallon. Meanwhile, if that car comes over, whammo, it's got 35 miles to the gallon, and, you know, you're waiting at the gas line for half an hour.
Yeah.
And so, and is still fighting for up in dollars. And so they show on TV guys like Floyd, 9,000, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got a boat, he's got a fucking Winnebago, he's got a new car, he's got a truck.
Yeah.
And the kick in the ass was that what really got American consumers, some people who said, I buy only American, was it would do things like leave screwdrivers inside the door panel.
Oh.
So you get in the car, you drive down the road,
Yeah.
you hear a fucking screwdriver or a beer can.
I don't know if we should resend 8.
Bouncing around inside the doors. And so they said, well, fuck you. And that's where in Texas here, the license plates up in
Show us a target.
Michigan at that time were black,
Yeah.
and they put the black tag invasion.
Upgrade complete.
And that's they all came down
That's a
and trying to get any kind of job here, and
Job's done.
Yeah.
because they didn't have any skills. I mean, these guys did everything on
for a cocktail.
the same fucking fenders on the same fucking cars, or different
Yeah, there's
models.
not a lot of thinking involved, not a lot of translatable skill there.
For my brother.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys came right out of high school. There were C- students there, and they could get them to do this shit. So that's the way it worked.
All right. Well, thank you for clarifying.
Yeah. Especially when they started fucking sabotaging the cars, and American cars didn't sell for shit. And people looked to the Japanese. Same when we brought back electronics.
Yep.
We being guys from Vietnam got insanely cheap deals for Sony and Panasonic and all the models from back then, and cameras and shit through Payback, PACX or Pacific Exchange. And you could buy it, you ship it.
All right. I gotta get back to the screen.
All right.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later. Yo, bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Yeah, there it is. And so, yeah, no, this happens. And I think that, like, again, it's the animosity, right? It's animosity and people that are mad. They're mad, and they feel like these guys that are in, like, this massive privileged position with being able to be in entertainment, and now they're crying and complaining about it. I don't think that they have the... I don't think that they have the will of the people behind them anymore.
Upgrade
Yeah, the voice actors don't make as much as you think. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. Like, that's not about. Like, that's. Why would that? So you're trying to argue about a fact? Why do you think anybody cares about those? What does that have to do with anything? Do you think people are making this decision after reading something and looking at numbers? No, they just think about it and they know what's right. What are you thinking? And for being dumb. Yes, I know. Fact of public opinion. Yeah, let's go back to tradition. Reading text with 8-bit music in the background. Yep, there we go. Basically, the union fucked them over harder by explicitly allowing AI voice actor in the last round of negotiations. They need their own union apart from SAG. Really, it's not going to matter. They're going to have AI voices, and it's never going back. It's never improving. It's never, nothing's changing, right? What is this here? Yeah, I looked at pretty much all the rest of these. Let's see here. I will watch this game footage. People are always emotional and then are surprised when other people are emotional. Yeah, I know, man. Is there any chance that these people think the game actors are just like the woke anime voice actors and that's why they aren't sympathizing? Yes, absolutely. So, and the problem is that they're right. Like whenever there's like a, because like this is usually how things go, right? Is that there's like some woke thing that happens and then
Search complete.
everybody that's inside of the industry all takes the same side. They all are defending the woke thing that the audience doesn't like. Whether this is like something like Stellar Blade, whether it's something like the Genshin Impact, like you're not going to see any of these voice actors or any of these people that are like known like
Well,
entertainment
I don't see a
people in
lot of
games
chariots.
actually criticize this.
It's not a
They
lot of
never do
chariots.
it. So yeah, they're being treated like the same because they are.
I don't know.
Yeah, the
That seems
Acolyte?
like they're
Yeah,
gonna
look at the
die
Acolyte.
anyways, though.
Yeah, do you look at the people posting stuff on Twitter, tweeting left-wing different? I did see some of the posts. I'd have to see. I scrolled down. I didn't see any. I'd have to look.
Yeah, good targeting, but it's
Do you
still
think
GG.
AI will be good enough for players to not care? Absolutely. Absolutely, it will. And I think that in
Still
fact that it will go
GG.
even farther than that. That I believe that people will actually prefer AI.
15. This guy has a 73% win
That's a
rate
good
too.
example.
Oh, you.
I think the best example that I can use, this isn't a very good example. Porn. Yeah, obviously there's porn. Like, that's not really what I was thinking of, but like, sure. AI is better than real women. Yeah. So like a lot of technology procedures, like medical procedures, are done with robots now. And there are a lot of people who are like, yeah, I'd rather it be done by a robot because now it's being done with a level of precision that a human literally cannot operate under. So I think that
knowledge
actually
on
like
any of
that's
these
probably the
games.
closest parallel
Except
to
for this
like
one.
a person preferring the mechanical version over a human being. So yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. What procedure? There's like eye procedures, etc. Actually, wrong, bro. It's the complete opposite. It probably depends on the procedure. Let's see here. And I think it will only become more and more accurate, and it will only become better and better. And people will begin to prefer it over the real thing. So this is gameplay. A lot of people linked me this. People really wanted me to watch this. This video got announced. This game got announced. It looked really good. Let's see what this is. Okay. It's you. You're the guy. All right. The graphics look good. I actually think that the approach of going 50-50 realism versus like a more like cartoonish, like cel-shaded anime style is probably a good idea. And I think you're going to see more Unreal games do that because a lot of the all-the-way super realistic graphics seem to be kind of cookie cutter. It looks good. It visually looks very good. It'll age better? It will. I mean, I'd say not Majora's Mask, sorry, Wind Waker aged a whole lot better than Twilight Princess did.
For my brothers.
Uh-oh.
Dude, I kind of want to watch what they're watching over here.
The sword. That's cool.
What are they watching?
All right, let's see some combat. So you can dual wield. He's blocking.
Interesting.
I'm gonna be honest, this looks really sharp.
Yeah, it looks not
This
too
is
bad.
really good.
I gotta alt tab back in and
Yeah, it's very clean.
let's see.
Better than what I had expected. Camera's a bit high. I like whenever you're zoomed out more.
We do have Archmage. Ooh.
I think that the enemy attack animations lack a bit of fluidity. And it feels like they hold a pose and then they attack instantly. But this is actually very good. As combat physics, yeah, it's snappy. What game is this? It's like Kadan the First Berserker or something like that. Kazan.
Upgrade complete. Complete. That's a given. Job's done. Out with it. It has begun.
So if he's got an axe in one hand and a sword in another, that probably means that you effectively have something like power stancing. Oh, that's cool. So you have like drop down
this is a
attacks,
loss because my team is all a bunch of noobs.
too. If you have that, I wonder if you can jump. He Mario'd the guy? He did. I think like visual and aesthetics wise, like vibe, this game definitely passes the vibe check for me. This looks great. Yeah, same? Yeah, for sure, man.
And now they see our units.
So there's guard break, I'm assuming? That's pretty good. Alright.
Is it K? Let's see. No.
A tear, a soul, accept it. I am prepared. Now you too will hear the memories of the dead.
I don't know what to do here. Could either I should upgrade instead
what
of
is this?
getting some of that stuff.
I love how, like, there's so many of these games now, and they don't even try to do anything new. They're like, okay, yeah, so this is what item drops look like.
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, everybody knows this. Like, that's just the way it is. Running animation looks bad. I don't think it doesn't really bother me. Let me actually watch that again.
My brothers. In memory of Taranis.
Just a minute. I want to see this at 0.25. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'd say that's actually, yeah, that's pretty good, man. It's a charged attack? Okay, cool. Okay, so you have the Winged Knight from Dark Souls 3. Got him. All right. These animations are actually pretty good, man. Like, especially with these are actually very good.
Job's done.
I see. So I think that whenever the red happens, that's a perfect parry or like a deflect in Sekiro. And the block is whenever only the white happens whenever you're getting hit. I think that's what's happening here. So maybe there's like an endurance bar, because like he wasn't staggering this dude at all, and then every hit started staggering him.
Enlighten me. It has been memory of Taranis.
Feels a lot like Lords of the Fallen. Apparently, I've actually wanted to go back and play that game again and try it now that they've made a lot of changes and updates to it. It would be cool if cutting the guys cut them in half. This seems like the kind of game that should have that. Fourth chance this time for sure. Hey! I've actually been replaying Dragon's Dogma 1. I accidentally hit the credit scene. I had to go to New Game Plus. I didn't finish everything in the game. The finisher would be cool. Yeah.
And they're gonna fucking
So
eat.
this is, okay, this
Oh,
is a
they're gonna
bonfire.
eat so
Got
well.
it. Uh-huh.
I am prepared.
Is the boss? I'm gonna say, so
that
far,
off.
guys, I'm actually really impressed. This game looks really good.
One shall be the wiser. Job's done.
There might be some people who are tired of Souls-like games. I'm not one of those people.
Net someone up, that's a given. This better be good.
Man, I have way too many tanks.
Okay.
But it is what it is.
In memory of Taranis.
Is he gonna go fight the Guardian Ape? Ooh, that's cool. So it seems like you can't jump. Nice. It's good that, like, one thing that a lot of games have, and I don't really like this a whole lot, is that some games have a degree of magnetism, or I guess that's the best word I can use to explain it, where you can't easily knock things off edges because the edges create like a soft lock, where like it's hard to push something off the edge. And it's good to see that's not the case with this. It's a little sticky. Yeah, it's sticky. That's a good way to say it. Yeah. Not being able to jump at all, I think, is a little bit problematic. I would like if you were able to jump, but you would have to be running, kind of like in Dark Souls 1. Gamers love jumping? Yeah, it's just pressing the spacebar feels good. Okay, so I guess this is going to be the boss. Ooh. Okay. I guess he's not ready yet. This is another Souls-like? I mean, it's an action combat game. I've only seen one dodge so far. All the rest of it has actually been blocking. So it's a Souls-like if you like my DLC playthrough. They really skip? Yeah, of course. It seems like parrying is pretty easy in this game, too. I hope it shows a boss fight. Oh, it might right here. Oh, there was a dodge. I think he just fucked the dodge up. That's why he didn't get hit. Or why he did get hit.
Upgrade complete. Out with it. Upgrade complete.
Ooh.
Has begun. Job done. That's a given.
One thing that I like about this is the fact that it does have a very, like, low fantasy setting. Where it's like,
In memory of
it's a dude
prepared.
with, like, a sword and an axe fighting a bear in a cave. It's, like, very Conan the Barbarian. I like that. Good telegraphs? Yeah. I guess that's like broke his stance again. Okay. Yeah, these telegraphs are actually pretty good. Also, I like how the monster gets bloody too. Like Monster Hunter has that, and I think it's really cool. Combat gameplay doesn't look compelling to me. I can see why you say that. I definitely can. And for me, like, I'm assuming that there's probably going to be a lot more nuances to it that aren't really being shown right now.
I am ready.
It's definitely simplistic. Okay. So now he's fighting a rock ape. Cool.
It has begun. Job's done. Job's done. What is it now?
Okay.
Upgrade complete.
What's this? Oh, that's cool. It's a shortcut. I didn't realize that was going to happen.
In memory of Tyrannus.
So lazy, just jump. There is a degree of that I do agree with, that when you can't vault over things that are very close, it does feel like there's a degree of escapism that's lost. Okay. Now, oh wow, so we're gonna get to actually see a real boss fight. Okay. Should pull them apart.
Job's done. Job's done. Be quick, you.
Boss looks cool. All right.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete. Job done. Out with it. My brothers.
Cool.
That's it. Job done. Job done.
Oh,
Job done. Job done.
that's pretty. Yep. Everything's blockable. Probably not the grab.
In memory of Tyrannus.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that there's a lot of like animations of an NPC pulling something out of the ground and then throwing it at you. This is one of the best ones I've ever seen. That's really clean. Okay, so you have like some form of like yeah, so there's probably like some sort of stamina or posture bar that when you break it, they just get knocked down. This jump grab attack was very similar to the Sekiro monkey one. Yeah, there's a boss in Wuthering Waves that does the same animation. That's cool. The sound effects are pretty good too, like for the monkey beating his chest. It's pretty decent. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think that one thing that is fair is that the combat does seem pretty repetitive. And I'd be curious to see like what some of the other combat mechanics really are and what they have in store for you. Right? I think that's the main thing that yeah, I miss finishing moves. Yeah, like finishing moves, Art of War, stuff like that, right? Too parry heavy? Yeah. So it comes out next year. I mean, I'll tell you this, right? It is good enough to where, like, if this game came out, I would 100% play the game. Like, it's not even a question. What is this? This is like the world of the game? Mechanics are just solo video games? Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just hope that this isn't like another Lords of the Fallen situation where it's like the game... Like, I mean, I'm sorry, bro, but like, if you show me a game that... Where is it? Like, this is like, you show me a game like this, like, this is... Like, this is for me, right? Like, this is a game for me. This is a game like that. I am the target audience, for fucking sure. Right? So, like, I just hope it's good, bro. I hope it's fucking good. You said the same about Lords of the Fallen? I did. That's why I brought it up. That's my whole point.
퍼스트 버스커 카자는 한때 위대했던 영웅
Also, if
가잔이
Kazan lives right here in
올라타면서
Barcel's Quest for
복수극을
Revenge.
펼치는 이야기입니다. 배경은 중세
World
유럽
reminiscent of medieval Europe.
아라브 대륙의 헬로스 지구에서
That's cool.
펼쳐집니다. 헬로스 지구는 당대 가장 강력한 세력이었는데요. 어느 날 갑자기 히스마라는
Yeah, I'll move it so y'all can read it.
고통을 겪고 있었어요. 하지만 난세에는 언제나 영웅들이 등장하기 마련이죠. 여기서 제국의 대장군 카잔과 당대 최고의 마법사인
I like how it looks like Arthas. Yeah,
이들은
that's
절친한
cool.
친구 사이기도 했는데요. 이들이 히스마를 토벌하고 전란을 종식하게 됩니다.
He's got like
카잔과
dragons and
오지마는
shit too.
한순간에 제국민들의 영웅으로 떠오르죠. 모두가 카잔과 오지마를 칭송하고 우러러봤지만 황제와 일 귀족들은 그렇지 못했습니다. 황제에게 인기와 존경이란 반드시 본인의 것이어야 했거든요.
I like how Japanese people present Europe, medieval Europe, better than
카잔과
Europeans.
오지마한테 반역자 누명을 씌웠습니다.
Yeah, I mean,
오지마는
I'm gonna be honest. Yep, there it is. Is it Korean? I don't speak either one. Is it Korean? Yeah, there you go.
No one should
Yeah, this is exactly what I want to see right here. It's perfect.
누명을 씌웁니다. 오지마는
It's just Lord of the Rings? Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
양팔의
Yep.
겁나는 필살기를 추가합니다.
Tendons in both his arms.
게임 시작부터 비경 스킬. 여러분은
Yeah, like the visual here is great. I love the visuals. This is why I really hope this game is good, man.
카잔이 설산으로 추방당하는 모습을 컷신으로 기록하면서 게임을 시작하게 됩니다. 카잔이 모든 걸 포기하고 체념한 순간 마지막으로 기회가 찾아오게 되는데요. 카잔을 호송하던 마차가 갑자기 일어난 산사태 때문에 절벽 아래로
Yeah, I think I'm
추락하게
done.
됩니다. 이 다음 이야기는 게임을 직접 플레이하면서 확인